is going to be part 8 of Metro 2033 now, because for the first time in a long time, the stream system in the PS4 conked out. Piece of crap. You know, when Dishonored Wolf said the streaming system in the PS4 sucked, he wasn't lying. I've been calling it crap since day one. And for good reason. It sucks. Okay, so we're going upstairs to turn all the lights and air conditioning back on. We've made it inside D6. Part of it anyway. Ooh, nice lighting. I love the lighting in this game for an update is great. Yes, Miller. Oh, we gotta go in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and it's gotta be done in sequence. I remember this. He's gonna start calling the numbers, and I gotta rush to the proper ones. Hey. Second button. Now third button.
Alright, soldiers, get on the platform. We'll try to start it up.
All the toxic air is getting sucked out. No need for mask. Streaming, Dad. Streaming.
Starting up.
Uh-oh.
Hopeless. Shit.
This place is falling apart.
Ah, cool! Just like in old Hollywood movies about Soviet Union.
Hey, what's up? We almost fell off.
All good! Artyom, let's move out. Enough playing with the equipment.
Oh, nice rail tram right there.
Go! Thank God we don't have to go all the way down. Oh, something feels very wrong in there.
They usually do. There's always something off when it comes to old military base levels. A dark secret that should have been locked away. Yes. More spider
Orman,
eggs.
go left. Professor to the right. Artyom, cover me. If the plans are correct, we need to go there. But how can we open this gate, huh? Any ideas? Artyom?
Nope. Filters. Oh, more rail trams. Probably for moving cargo and personnel around.
What if...
Опа! Ольman, let's go!
I wanted to do that. Nothing here.
Now quiet. Come on.
Too quiet.
Ольman, hold the door. Vladimir, that's your field. What do you need?
Let me think. Instruction A124, page 3. Panel DS22. All right. There it is.
Superb memory, Vladimir. I always said the army was a worthwhile institution.
All the training finally paid off. It's working. Now that's hardware.
Excellent!
First, died. Second, destroyed. Third, fourth, fifth, eighth, 10th.
Ёлки-палки, that just cannot be!
Here's one. Now I'll get all the info.
What the hell? What happened?
Battery backup depleted.
What about main power?
Well, it looks like the reactor is deactivated. We won't be able to start it from here. We need to start the reactor manually at the lowest level. From the schematic, it's not that difficult. Almost everything is automated.
Hey, stop laughing! How do we go down?
Well, there's a lift just one level down. But there's a slight problem. To power it up, we need to switch off everything. Even emergency lighting.
Then there is no other choice. Do it. Thanks, Volodya. Stay here and watch the readings. We'll be fast. Artyom, Olman, follow me.
Okay, so more problems abounding. Saves, and more saves, none of which I can unlock. Oh wait, I can unlock this one, but I need a key for it. Keys are rarer still. Wait a minute. Bullets, of which I will not be able to buy anything with because we're at the point in the game where that's no longer in the cards. Ooh, notebook. If I can get to it. I missed the first one. I still find it hard to believe that all this was built by humans, not giants from the ancient fairy tales, and it's not just me. Even the larger-than-life, ever-jovial Ullman noticeably shrunk when he considered the sheer size of this place. What was this complex supposed to be? What was it built for? Cold War bunker, meant for higher-ups and personnel to hide out when the bombs came down, and, well, when the World War III happened, they must have forgotten about it. Where did its personnel go, and why hasn't anyone in the metro ever heard of it? A carpet of spent cartridges on the floor. One would think a fierce battle took place here, but there are no bodies or bones. What could have transpired here? Well, monsters, of course. What else? Okay. Okay, the lad. Uh-oh.
Shit.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Here come the sons of the apocalypse. Olman, change of plans. You stay with Vladimir and defend this position. If anything happens, I will send Artyom. Good luck to us all.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Черт побери, there's shit all over the place. It's disgusting.
Amoebas, I believe. Yeah.
Sure. The lift is over there, but the door is locked. Okay, we'll have to go around. Advance carefully. We'll cover each other. I'm looking for a Uncle Daddy, you bitches. Давай, who wants some? Gotta get it!
Shoot them before they spawn.
Возьми! Okay, this is the lift. I hope it still works.
People of Metro, we have awaited your arrival. We are
It's Ullman.
those who are called the Invisible Watchers. Your time has come, and now you will feel our wrath.
Holman, ever the Joker. What are these creatures, and can they really be called that? Did they emerge in the ruins of the old world by themselves, or were they created? There's nothing natural in them. They are reverting at all levels. They must be wiped out before they destroy us, just like the Dark Ones. Either this world will become ours again, or the creatures that entered it after us will destroy us and continue driving the evolution forward, with us becoming a minor side note on its pages. We have no choice. We have to win back the fief of our ancestors with fire and sword. We will claim what is our rightful inheritance, and we will win this final battle or perish. In the name of Sparta!
Stop screwing around. Colonel, I have activated the loudspeaker. I have the signal from the lift switchboard on the console. I'll switch it on. That's right.
Invisible watchers. How can you believe in that crap after all this?
This is Metro. This is Sparta.
Colonel,
Yes.
go to the reactor hall. There will be a main reactor in the center, left of the control room. Our lift goes down to the ground floor, and you will have to take the stairs
Yeah.
up. Activate the switchboard by the means of the large lever. I will tell you what to do next.
God. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Vladimir, if only you could see that. Okay, get ready, Artyom. It's going to be hot.
This is some Dead Space
This
shit
on the
right
floor
here.
is toxic for sure, and all the gas. We won't last long here.
This is some Dead Space shit, if there ever was such.
How about that? Huh? Ah, can you do it? Great. Let's paint the walls red.
I'm pretty sure they don't even bleed red. Well, except for whatever this shit is. Yeah, some kind of bacterial, fungal flesh shit. I don't know. properly describe
I've
it.
been places and I've seen my share of shit, but this place is in a league of its own.
I think I killed a certain amount of amoebas. I never got the trophy for spiders. Must have had to wait for them to spawn or something.
Here's the staircase. Artyom, I won't lie to you. I'm afraid now. Let's head into the bunker. The sight just makes me sick.
Yeah.
Okay, where is
Disgusting.
the lever?
I knew you could do it. Colonel, the system is automated. Just enter the command.
Sure. Easier said than done. Never thought I'd be in such a mess. Okay. Reactor starter. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's simple. They built it so even a fool could use it. Just pray to God it works.
Colonel, it's all good. She's at 1/4 power. We need a full charge. Keep it going.
It's short, подери. Oh well, we won't do any better than that. Let's go. Second. Sure, Mario, what the hell was that? Now this shit is fighting back. This gets worse every minute.
Yup. Oh no. Air.
Так. Manual activation system, hydraulics, sure. Artyom, you won't believe what you have to do now. Can you see the crane on the ceiling? Get to the cabin. It's a backup activation system with a capture mechanism which will help us lift the rods. Try to get there while I distract our friend. Okay, let's move.
Righty.
It's now or never!
Hey. Oh, that is disgusting. Nope, avoid. Okay, I wonder which came first. Ah. Okay, this is some John Carpenter's The Thing. This is some blob shit right here. Ugh. Dimitri, I think, took a bit of an inspiration from John Carpenter's The Thing or The Blob, whichever one. Perhaps. I can't remember which came first, this or Dead Space. Ah, whatever. Okay. R2 and L2. See, I still remember how to do this.
Contact zone reached.
Oh crap.
Attention, road removal in progress.
I didn't grab it. Oh, wait a minute.
Contact zone reached.
There used to be cutscenes whenever we did this in the old game, so it's a little funky
Attention, road removal in progress.
that nothing's happened. That there's no cutscene this time around.
Contact zone reached. Attention, road removal in progress.
100%. Give me a minute.
probably burn down with it.
Too bad we have lost the lift. Well, thank God that in the past everything was built in pairs. We should go this way for now. We'll come back here later and finish what we started. Just need to prepare better. Let's go with your downloads first.
I could have sworn that the hand icon just showed up right there for something. Oh. Nah, whatever. Ugh. Too bad we can't just kill that thing. Would like to. Before it causes any more problems. Once again, we're going to the surface, and this time we come prepared. Ulma's joking about our strides making the earth tremble, but I feel like I actually feel it tremble. After all we had come through, nothing and nobody will stop us. The enemy is going down, turned into dust and ashes, the way we also treat our enemies. One thing eludes me. Why don't the Dark Ones try and stop us? Are we coming straight into their ambush? The weird premonitions still pestering me are becoming even more sinister.
This lift will get you straight to the station. We have everything working and under control. Though I don't know for how long. Come back to the study point. Ulno will be waiting there for you with a gift.
Bukaton, our heritage, our future.
Tanks.
How much power is here? Though this will be... we'll rule the earth once more. We won't have to live like rats. Yes, with sword and fire, we'll win back the sky and the sun. We'll climb out of the dirt. Rebuild the cities. The metro tunnels will once again be filled with fast silver trains. Everything will be... everything.
Daydreaming. It'll take a long time before that ever happens again, old man.
So tell me, brother, is it easy to be Superman?
The hell with your jokes. If you'd seen what lives down there. Okay. Let's keep it together. Artyom and I will go to Ostankino to correct the aim. You stay here and defend Vladimir. I won't guess our chances of making it, but try to reach our people and ask for backup near the tower. I'll be in contact. Orders clear? Good. Artyom, let's go.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, so we're nearing the end of the game. Anything here? Nope. Invisible wall. Alright, so that was D6.
Same old story. You save the world while sitting waist deep in shit and nobody gives a damn.
Miller and I left the train, then climbed up the tunnel to the Korolev Performance Hall. We were close to Ostankino Tower now. In the frozen streets, we joined other rangers in the furious battle that began my story.
Yep. Where we were at the beginning of the game. There's a stampede of
Glad to see you,
watchers.
Colonel. Did you hear that? Listen. What the hell is it?
A stampede of watchers, that is. 20 feet that way.
Form a circle!
baby, burn. Ew, your breath stinks.
Артем, are you okay?
No.
The order is dispersed. That's our only chance to reach the tower. Follow me, Артем. Don't stop for a second. From the left! From the left!
How am I missing?
Go, 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 go!
Shocking trophy.
Come on, let's get out of here! Go! Артем, here! Let's go! Артем, take a look at that room. Almost there!
That'll be one hell of a story. And he tastes like shit.
Alright, go, 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 go!
Now quiet. Come on. Okay, let's go find a way to the top. This way.
I'm gonna have to change this from just D6 to also being Ostankino Tower plus finale, because we're already at the end of the game.
Alright to the top. You're an eternal optimist, Miller. Easier said than done. Okay, I have an idea. Climb on top of the elevator. We will try to unlock the counterweight stopper. Come on! Come on, sugar! Come on! Voila!
So much for me
In
helping.
the army, they said it will be fun, Billy. Brace yourself. It's gonna get a bit rough.
I do like the humor in this game. We're going too fast. Way too fast. Oh shit. Nice view.
You okay, Artyom? Fantastic!
Come in. Leave the tower. The target's covered with high clouds. We're going higher. Over.
Alright, Artyom, now we need a way to get you up here.
One labored step after another, we're rising up the tower. We come from underground, and we're storming the heavens. Lead clouds all around like impenetrable walls. The steps are badly decayed and crumble beneath our feet. The wind seems to be strong enough to peel our skins off our bones. We aren't welcome in the heavens. Our place is down there. Uh-oh.
It's gone! Try looking for a way, Artyom!
Whoa!
Die, you piece of shit! Roll Artyom!
I could not move.
Leave the tower. The target's covered with high clouds. We're going higher. Over.
Alright, Artyom, now we need a way to get you up here. Redux! Hey! It's gone! Try looking for a way, Artyom! You piece of shit!
I don't know what to do.
Leave the tower. The target's covered with high clouds. We're going higher. Over.
Alright, Artyom, now we need a way to get you up here.
Okay, run where? That's the problem.
It's gone! Try looking for a way, Artyom!
Oh, there. Stupid.
Get this, you bitch!
Wow.
Get you fucking...
Huh.
Хорошо отсюда!
Relentless monstrosities, aren't they? Oh, come on. Locked. Red sun.
On your back, Artyom!
Yeah.
There is a staircase nearby. Come upstairs.
Move down. Come
Come
in,
in,
Orman.
Orman.
You just
Just
fended
fended some demons
off.
off. Still going up.
Oh no.
Ah! Come in, Miller. Miller.
Shoot, Artyom!
Artyom, Miller, come in.
Inquisitor trophy. And at the right moment.
Come in, Orman. I've been wounded. You keep in touch with Artyom. Over.
Roger that, Colonel. Over.
The laser won't do us any good here, Artyom. The clouds are way too thick. You've got to climb as high as you can and set the guidance system up.
Yup.
Move, boy, move! Everything depends on you now.
Yep. Send to the heavens. Rickety ladder, rickety ladder. Yeah, I missed the chance to kill two Inquisitors with bourbon, but I managed to get one at the Black Station level, the outpost level, and of course, just now at the perfect time, saving Miller. Not how I originally planned it, but
He's here.
it worked out.
Can hear us. Can understand us.
Dark ones. Oh, someone was up here once upon a time. I'm all alone now. I have to do the most critical part myself. Nobody to shove the responsibility onto. Nobody to ask for help. The fate of the human race is in my hands, as well as the fate of the Dark Ones, and with each step taken, my assuredness and justice of my actions dwindles. With each step, I'm asking myself more and more questions, the kind of those which could be answered by Khan only, but Khan isn't here either. I'm alone at the top of the world. I can see things I couldn't see from anywhere else, hear things I couldn't even imagine. I feel the presence of the Dark Ones. I hear them. Strange images crowd my mind. Echoes of alien thoughts echo in my head. I know the Dark Ones can enter the minds of men, driving their victims insane. Could this be what's happening to me? I must make it. Must stay sane. I must target the missiles. I hope I can. Else up here? Nope. Oh, no. Shit. Jumped made a bad jump. Okay. Whoa! That wasn't there before. Scared the crap out of me. Eh. Okay, where do I go?
Why are they here? He brings death.
Uh-oh.
Come in, Artyom. Come in.
The dark ones. They've set up quite the home over there, haven't they? Look at that.
Artyom, this signal is just perfect. Hold on for just one more minute and we'll get them.
He's coming to destroy us.
Unfortunately.
Why? He cannot be allowed. They always do. They never change.
I don't remember this in the original game.
You will be stopped.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a big hallucinogen segment, and that was different from what I remember. Okay, now we're in the part that I do remember. Oh. Did I go the wrong door? I did go down the wrong door. Holy crap. Talk about going on quite the mental breakdown. Okay, not that one. It's a cliff. The other one was a cliff. So what's this one? Nope, just this is the right one.
He cannot be allowed.
Oh, no.
You will be stopped. Destroy him. He cannot be allowed. Stop him.
Oh, he's coming after me. I'm going in circles.
He cannot be allowed. Stop him. Destroy him. He cannot be allowed. Stop him.
Talk about mind games.
He's coming to destroy us. He cannot be allowed.
Yeah, that's the tragedy of this game. Of the story of Metro 2033.
Destroy him. He cannot be allowed. Stop him. Surrender. Destroy him. Surrender. Stop him. He cannot be allowed.
If it's hostile, you kill it.
Hunter. Character from the beginning of the game.
He's coming to destroy us.
You reap what you sow, Martin. Force answers force.
Survivor 2033
War breeds
trophy.
war, and death only brings death. To break this vicious circle, one must do more than just act without any thought or doubt.
20 seconds to homing procedure completion.
Oh, wait a
10
minute.
seconds to homing procedure completion.
He does not understand.
The Dark One. Poor thing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Homing procedure complete.
Artyom, the missiles are in flight!
If it's hostile, you kill it trophy. Ooh, the frame rate in this cutscene is bad. Must be the old cutscene. Here comes the rain.
A wise man once said, "He who leads a war for the love of his fellow men will defeat his enemies." I led my war protecting my family and friends, protecting my home, the Metro. We had won. But to this day, I wonder, when we burned the Dark Ones from the face of the earth, was something lost as well?
Yup. That's the tragedy of the story. And that's it. That is Metro 2033 Redux Edition. For the most part, it's pretty much the game as I remember it, just with the shinier in-game graphics this time of Last Light. they definitely did change the gameplay a little bit in terms of how to, how to like switch weapons, switch bullets, switch other things. And I played it with, of course, with the slower, more survival. When I first started playing the game, it gave me the option of playing it in the old 2033 gameplay, or the Last Light version. And it was mostly, I suppose, the main difference I think was mostly character speed, I think, as well as the amount of ammo and resources you got. I chose, of course, the Survivor option, which I felt was closest to the original game in difficulty. And yeah, for the most part, aside from the graphics and slight game control differences, I still like Metro 2033 for the most part. I think it was a very well done game. A bit short, but not terribly short. It's a good game you can beat within a week, if not maybe less. I do really like the story and the world of Metro 2033. To me, it's a much more grounded, apocalyptic horror experience than other games that take place in this kind of world, like say Fallout. Whereas Fallout is like an action RPG. This was definitely more of a horror game for the most part. You had your monsters, you had your mind games, and of course some shooty bits or stealth bits. And what is admittedly cool about the game is there's really no one way to play it. You can either sneak and stealth your way through everything, or if you feel like, you can just go guns blazing like I did at the Nazi and communist levels. And it looks good in the Last Light engine. I really loved it playing through the old levels with the new engine. Although there are some noticeable differences. There are some enemies that were replaced with newer ones from Last Light. Namely the spiders in the D6 tunnels rooms. And I did a better job mastering some gameplay bits that I didn't before. For example, the librarians originally in the old version of Metro 2033, I just shot all the survivors because I could not figure out how to stare them down. But this time I just, I aimed down the sights, and that actually worked. And I managed to master it for the most part. There are times where it's finicky, other times it works. The weapon variety is still, for the most part, very good. I like how everything looks. I like the characters and the writing. It's all solid, still, even now. Where I do ultimately have problems with Metro 2033 is in the main character of RTM. Not the character, so much the character himself, but how he's handled. I'm not a fan of how he's a silent protagonist throughout most of the game. I don't like that, because he's clearly a speaking, thinking character in between levels, with all the monologues and that you find that you have in between the levels, and the notes that you find that he writes down. And it just feels awkward, because there's a lot of moments throughout the game where, he's being addressed to or whatever, and to me, it makes the way RTM goes about, without really saying anything, it makes him come across less as a character and more as a robot. It's the same issue that I had with other games that people hold in a higher regard, like BioShock. Like, I liked BioShock, but the main character to me was less of a character and more like a robot, because after the one speaking line in the beginning, he never speaks ever again. With other characters like Master Chief, it works, because he is a soldier who's supposed to take orders, and he speaks very minimalistically, just enough that he has a character, but enough to the point that you feel immersed as him. And that's where I feel RTM as suffers in terms of playing as him. It's a they give you a false sense of immersion playing as him because of the fact that he never speaks, despite the fact that he clearly can and should be, as a character, be able to do so. Yeah, I will be taking a break in a bit. So yeah, I like Artyom as a character and how he's the decisions you kind of make, whether you kill people or not, what decisions you make can shape him. That's all well and good. I just wish he actually had more spoken dialogue with everyone else around him. He's not like Doom Guy, where Doom Guy you can immerse yourself as him. Master Chief you can, to a degree. With this, it doesn't work. It's also other characters like Corvo and Dishonored. It doesn't work there either, because again, clearly he has a name and a history, and to me, it's a false sense of immersion. It's not. It just doesn't work for this kind of character. I also am not a big fan of the double ending of Metro 2033, and from what I've read, Last Light as well. And this is where I have an issue. Now, if the Metro 2033, both the game and the book, was just one and done, its own story, no sequels, no nothing, I can understand the double ending. You know, where you do a good ending if you don't kill any human beings and make good decisions, or the bad ending if you do kill a high amount of people and make bad decisions. That all sounds nice in concept, but here's the problem. Metro 2033 had a sequel. 2 sequels. Both, well, soon to be 2 sequels in game form. Last Light, which came out years ago, and Exodus, which comes out early next year. There, of course, was also Metro 2034, the book, which, strangely enough, did not follow Artyom. It was a separate tale. And Metro 2035, which, for the books, is a sequel to 2033 for the Artyom's part of the story. So in terms of story order for Artyom him specifically, it's this game and the book, which are both the same in plot for the most part. Last Light, which takes place at the same time as Metro 2034, and more recently 35, the third book, which takes place after that, after Last Light, and Metro Exodus, which will be taking place after Metro 2035. So you have yourself several games and books worth of ongoing material. You're starting to see where my issue is, right? Well, in this game, the bad ending, where I just killed all the Dark Ones, that is the canon ending. Artyom is supposed, I guess in canon, is supposed to be regretting his decision from here on out about what happens. Because, you know, originally it was everyone's going mad, Dark One's coming, monsters getting more uppity. It all seemed like a doomsday scenario. But if you've been paying attention, the Dark Ones do not seem evil at all. If anything, they've been trying to help humanity the whole time. The problem is, due to the fact that they're high-powered beings that apparently are not fully compatible with communicating with with regular humans, that's where the big misunderstanding happens. And I guess only maybe very few humans are able to fully understand them. In this case, Artyom. If I did do, you know, full stealth, no kill any humans, make good decisions, it would have differed with Artyom not firing the missiles and wiping out the Dark Ones down in the center of Moscow. It would have been completely different. But that's not the canon ending. The bad ending is the actual canon ending, and the good ending is the wrong ending. And from what I've read, with Last Light, they pulled a switcheroo. You have to be goody-goody, no kill nobody, regardless of the situation, in order to get the canon ending for that one. Whereas if you do, the bad ending, well, let's just say it does not exactly follow where the books have gone, let's just say. So, if this were, you know, just its own thing, no sequels or not, I would have been fine with that. But because Metro 2033 has sequels, because it has sequel games and sequel novels with a set ending and story path, that's where I think the game's storytelling ultimately fumbles. Because if I'm playing a series whose story is already pre-written out, regardless of how I play, I'd rather get the canon ending, regardless of the situation. That's ultimately the biggest failing I have with the Metro series of games, storytelling-wise. There's just no... I'm all for options, but I'm not for ones that just either give me a false sense of immersion or just divert and rob me of the actual story of how it's supposed to go. That's ultimately my problems with it. Overall, in terms of gameplay, I still like going back to Metro 23. I liked going and playing this Redux version. And for the most part, I still enjoy the game. I like the game. I recommend it highly to anyone. It's not terribly long, but it's definitely a good post-apocalypse horror game as far as I'm concerned. One that I recommend. And, well, since it's a Redux with both games as well as added DLCs, at least for the second game anyway, that I will go into Metro Last Light, the sequel, as well as its DLC bits as well. So yeah, that's the first game for the month of Halloween. I'm gonna take a bit of a break, and I will come back with another game to mix up. Another one that is kind of an old friend. I think its name, I believe you can pretty much sum up its name and what you think it is with the initials of DMC. Yes. So yeah. Little variety. I will eventually come back with Metro Last Light Redux, but I'm gonna save that one for later. Vary it up a bit so it's not just one thing, the same thing after another. Let it rest in my head a bit and vary it up. So that's it for Metro 2033 Redux, and I'll be back with a new game, and eventually, hopefully soon, return to the series with Last Light. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Metro, and I will see y'all later. Das Vidania. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank y'all for watching.